A local author is urging people and businesses to consider transitioning to the vegan lifestyle via a global campaign known as Veganuary. And she joins us now, Sandra Nomoto. Thank you so much for coming in today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
So tell me a little bit about Veganuary. What is it?
Veganuary is a campaign that started in 2014 in the UK, and essentially it challenges people to try eating vegan for the month of January, so for 31 days, and it's completely free to sign up online. And you know, it's about progress, not perfection, but yeah, if you're able to succeed in that month, then the idea is to encourage you to do it for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Is it hard to do?
I mean, yeah, if you've grown up your whole life eating animal products, it can certainly be difficult. But I think, yeah, when you sign up, you get a number of recipes, tips, things like that that will help you meal plan, make it a lot easier to, yeah, see what you're going to be eating for the next month. But yeah, the journey is different for everyone. I know people who've been able to go vegan overnight. For others, it's a few months. For me, it was over a decade. So yeah, the journey is definitely different for everyone.
So yeah, would you suggest for people who might be thinking going vegan, what would you suggest for them to start? How should they, what's a couple of ways, or maybe one way for them to change?
I mean, diet's the biggest thing because we eat 3 times a day, right? So I would say if you're already not eating or consuming much of one thing, so let's say dairy or one type of meat, you know, really commit to cutting that out of your diet. And then for the rest of the animal products, there's so many great plant-based alternatives that you can try. Many of them are, you know, manufactured right here in BC that can make it easier for you to switch. And then eventually you do want to learn to cook a whole food plant-based diet because you don't want to rely for a long time on these processed products. And so, yeah, learn to cook as much as you can, plant-based. And then once you're able to do your diet, I find your other choices from fashion to household products, you know, beauty and cosmetics, it becomes a lot easier to spot that vegan label and, yeah, and eventually remove animals from your lifestyle.
And I see you brought in some stuff because Veganuary, while you were saying, is mostly a diet kind of thing. It's really a lifestyle overall once you grasp it, I guess, or become a part of it. So you brought in some things that people might not even think about, right? Like shoes.
Yeah. I just wanted to show your everyday products that you might not think contain animal products, but they do. And so that's why it's really up to you as a consumer to look for these labels and you know, ease the impact on our animals as much as possible, because they can't talk for themselves. So I've got my water-resistant shoes here, a number of just everyday personal and beauty products. You know, my purse, my everyday purse that I use is a faux leather there, and then I've got, you know, your almond milk instead of cow's milk, and then yeah, one example of a local great plant-based alternative company, and then a cookbook that I've been using for a long time, Alicia Silverstone's The Kind Diet.
Awesome. When people take on this diet, I guess, what's the sort of the more common thing that they would say as a benefit? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people start because of health, and study after study has shown that a whole food plant-based diet can either help you reduce a lot of chronic diseases or in some cases reverse them. And so a lot of people do come because of health, others yeah, because of the animals, of course, and then still others because of climate change, because we won't be able to make significant reductions in climate change unless we remove or reduce the impact of animal agriculture. So people come at it for different reasons.
Lastly, I wanted to ask you, are there any health concerns when it comes to veganism and not getting a certain type of vitamin or protein or something?
Yeah, protein is definitely the one people talk about, but I assure you there are plenty of sources, plant-based sources of protein. And then, yeah, in terms of nutrients, some of them are, you know, heavier in animal products, but your B12, your iron, your omegas, you can all get those with plant-based sources of plant-based sources or through supplements as well.
So yeah, so very cool. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and teaching us more about the vegan lifestyle. Because again, like you were saying, it's not just diet, it's an overall lifestyle and looking at things a little bit differently.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Sandra Nomoto joining us. Thank you again. Have a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.